Okay, we could say this is the ketchup and mustard variety pack or something.
Yeah, Power Hour. Ketchup and Mustard Power Hour.
Yeah.
How's the sound? I'm using headphones.
Oh, right. You got headphones. I haven't got my headphones on yet. Give me a second. I'll put them on too. I forgot.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the sounds pretty good.
Yeah. Not so much feedback.
Yeah, no feedback.
Good. So how you been?
Oh, I've been good. I painted or at least I've stained the railing on my back deck. Now I have to continue tomorrow do the boards on the ground. I mean on the floor.
You figured out how to mix the stain?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
I was just watching that video you sent me. Very entertaining.
Yeah.
It was mostly them talking about beer, which was funny.
Yeah. For a little while, yeah, they talked about
Yeah. So you still got to watch Prey?
Yeah, I got Prey now. I just have to watch it. I got it just before just about a couple hours ago, so I didn't think I had time to watch before the podcast.
Yeah. I was just listening to the score earlier.
Yeah, it's pretty good, isn't it?
Yeah. I think, like you said, it's got like cellos and a lot of, kind of sounds like an older type of score.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Almost like a Western.
A Western?
Yeah, some of it sounds like a Western to me.
Yeah. And yeah, it's got lots of percussion and and then it has lots of instruments that would be used by the French, I guess, colonialists, I guess, because there's
Oh yeah.
There's like a
I think there's trappers and stuff in there too. I think so. Maybe there's some French trappers.
Yeah, I think that's right. And I think they are hunting buffalo hunting. I think in it, and then they get attacked by the predators. So
I really want to see it because in a way it reminds me of the old comic books. The Dark Horse comics.
Oh yeah.
They used to have like a production.
They had
the Predator in the 1950s.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
They had like one-offs with different in different settings.
Yeah. Yeah, they had one. I think it was like it was almost like a Roswell type of thing where the Predator crashed in the desert and the military was looking for it.
So this is kind of similar to that for sure.
Yeah. It's a shame it's not in the theater though.
Yeah, you think that with the word of mouth that it's getting,
yeah,
I think it's like 92% on Rotten Tomatoes or something. They would have tried doing like a exclusive, at least for a weekend or a couple weeks in the theater.
Yeah, I'm sure there are a lot of people who want to see it on a big screen.
Mm-hmm.
The thing I was wondering about is there's a lot of people talking online about that Batgirl movie. I wonder if they're going to start a campaign like they did with the Snyder Justice League.
Right, the Snyder Cut, whatever. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Warner Brothers is really, they're kind of like, I guess they spent $90 million on the film, and then now they're not getting behind it because I guess they don't believe in it or something, or enough to put more money into it.
And Like I didn't know like Michael Keaton was in it or Brendan Fraser, and I've seen him in stills of him in costumes, and it looks really good.
Yeah. So who knows? I don't know the whole story, but
Yeah.
it seems like the creators are pretty upset about it, I think. Or
Yeah, I would imagine. I think there's 2 directors, maybe. I think they directed that last Bad Boys movie that came out. And so you still got to watch The Last Stranger Things of season 1.
Yeah, I still got to watch episode 8. I still haven't watched that yet, and then I got to start season 2 again. So, and you've seen the first episode of season 2, or have you to watch another episode?
Season
yet?
2, yeah, first one so far.
Yeah, and you're liking it so far?
Yes. It's a little different than the first season. I think it's more things going on than just the first season was kind of focused on Will, and this one seems to have a bunch of different things going on.
Yeah, it's focused on. It has more character, definitely more characters that are involved.
Yeah, and they're really slowly building that whole Russia thing that happens later in the later seasons, I think, because there's already talk of Russia in the first episode of season 2.
Yeah, that was a side plot or whatever. I don't know how.
I've heard a lot of people say it kind of drags it down.
Yeah, I don't know how compelling it is. It's not really focused on the town of what's the town they're in?
Hawkins.
Yeah, Hawkins. It's not really focused on Hawkins, or anytime they leave Hawkins, it kind of seems to.
Yeah, I said it kept cutting away in season 4 to.
Yeah,
and there's they added a crazy conspiracy nut character to season 2. He's like in the first episode. He's like some local conspiracy. Nut.
Yeah.
I've heard he comes back in the later seasons too, I guess.
Yeah. I think he's pretty. Yeah, I think his character gets more developed later on.
Yeah.
But I haven't seen 2 in a while, so I think it might be the guy. Is he Murray? Is that the guy?
Yeah.
Yeah, he plays a role later on in season 4.
Steve's hair is still fantastic.
Yeah. It seems to be getting higher and higher the longer the seasons go on.
Yeah. Nandy seems to get bigger and bigger too as the seasons go on.
Yeah.
Has there been any watch lately? Has there been any been watching lately besides Prey? Like
I want to see Bodies. I want to see Bodies. That new horror, the new one from A24.
Oh yeah.
With that
looks really good.
Yeah, Rachel Sennett supposed to be really good in it. She was the actress that was in Shiva Baby by Emma Seligman, whatever that I would want to see as well. I mean, I've seen Shiva Baby, but I haven't seen they're working on a new film together called Bottoms. It's kind of like a high school sex comedy. It's supposed to be really funny.
Yeah.
I think it's in post-production now. But Rachel Sennett, she's starting to blow up a little bit. She's supposed to be like really good in Bodies. It's really funny, and she started off as like a stand-up comedian a bit too, and as an actress. So she should have good comedy chops. So
yeah, I don't think I've seen her in anything yet.
You haven't seen Shiva Baby yet? Yeah, I've been kind of recommending that to people. It's just like a really low budget, like super low budget, one location kind of anxious comedy, anxiety comedy, and it's really well done. Good acting, and just they really wring a lot of suspense out of a simple premise. And yeah, it's pretty good. So yeah, I'm kind of looking forward to the other movies that she's in, or the one that Bodies, and as well as the Bottoms, the one that's coming out. I think it's post production now, so it'll be out next year, 2023, I think.
Yeah. You don't really see much teen sex comedies in a while. That used
Yeah,
to be a big genre.
back in the
After
80s, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Well, this one's got a kind of like a modern day twist.
Yeah.
It's got, I think it's focusing on queer characters, and
Ah.
it's like some sort of they join a fight club to see who gets to have sex or something. It's just a really weird. It's a weird
That's
twist.
weird, huh?
Yes, so it's definitely a new twist on the old genre. It's not like I don't know how much of a throwback it is, but it's definitely a lot different.
Yeah, I've been meaning to watch after that podcast of. I've been meaning to watch Firefox again.
Oh yeah. Well,
But,
you have the DVD, right?
yeah. Thing is, it's pretty long movie. I think it's well over 2 hours.
Mm-hmm.
Just finding the time to sit there and
Yeah, 2 hours is a big chunk of time for sure
yeah.
to carve out to watch something like that.
And I'm not sure. Some reviews say some people like the spy stuff, and some say it kind of drags the movie down and
Mm-hmm.
be interesting to see. I
think
mean,
I
I
kind
remember
of
the
you remember
the
seeing
dog fights.
yeah. I remember liking the early part where he's getting into Russia and
Yeah,
being quite suspenseful. So I think I kind of like that part.
yeah,
But it does take, I think, over an hour before he gets to the plane.
yeah, yeah. It's a pretty good chunk. I remember where him infiltrating the base and
Mm-hmm.
having to learn Russian.
Supposedly he was born. His mother was Russian or something.
Yeah, yeah.
So he was
Somehow he's
like,
from Russia
yeah,
originally.
he was either born there or his mother was born there and taught him Russian. And
Yeah,
yeah, that'd be interesting, a movie like that for a remake.
yeah. Actually, yeah. They had that movie years ago, Stealth. I watched. I remember. That was
Yeah,
about like,
kind of. Yeah, it had didn't it have like an artificial intelligence plane or something?
yeah, yeah.
Was,
And it was written by the guy that created Buckaroo Banzai, which was kind of weird.
oh,
I
really?
think he wrote the script. I think
What's that? What's that guy's name?
W.D. Richter, is it?
Yeah, W. Richter. I think that's the guy. Yeah.
I think he
Yeah.
wrote the script, and it was directed
Hmm.
by the guy that directed the first Fast and Furious movie. He directed Fast and Furious and that Vin Diesel movie Triple X.
Oh yeah,
I think
Triple
that was
X.
the only reason I remember Triple X is because Asia Argento was in it.
Yeah. Yeah, Vin Diesel wasn't. Yeah, I remember her in that too. I was like, she was like the only really interesting thing in it.
Yeah,
And Vin Diesel. Yeah, I don't remember much about that movie at all. I think it was like
yeah,
a jumping motorcycle or something, if I remember right.
yeah. He was like an
Can't remember.
extreme sports guy. They turned into
right.
James Bond.
Right. It was like Extreme Sports meets James Bond. That's what it was. Yeah.
I think Samuel L. Jackson was in that too. It was like sort of his like M character.
Oh yeah. He was the Samuel M. Jackson.
Yeah. Then they made a sequel with Ice Cube. I mean, it's like,
Oh yeah, I never saw that one.
I haven't seen that one, and I think they made a third one where Vin Diesel actually came back,
Oh really?
even though he died in the second one. But you know,
That hasn't stopped them before.
no. And whatever happened to Asia Argento? I mean, she did that Dracula movie with her father. Is she in this new movie?
I don't know. I know that she had. I know she was hooked up with oh boy, who's that?
Oh yeah, that guy from CNN, right? He's
Or
like goes all over the world.
yeah, I must blank on his name right now. I know I just
Yeah,
had it on my tongue, but he died of a heroin overdose, and then I think they blamed her about getting
yeah,
back into heroin. So I think
yeah,
there's a bit of a backlash toward her. So
yeah. She never really took off over here. They kind of,
no,
I think,
she was in Land. Was she in Land of the Dead or something, or Day of the Dead? Or
yeah,
something?
yeah. She was in a couple movies over here, and then like never really took off. She was in that Marie Antoinette movie too,
Oh, really? With the
Kirsten
yeah,
Dunst.
yeah, yeah. So Bourdain, that was Anthony Bourdain was the one
Yeah,
with it.
that's who it was.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's quite a backlash over that, I think.
Yeah, I think she got maybe blacklisted, or I'm not sure.
Yeah,
Yeah, so I definitely have to. I haven't seen many movies lately, but I have to get back into it. I said I was kind of sick last week or whatever, so I kind of wasn't in the
yeah,
mood for it. But now I gotta watch. I'm gonna watch I'll probably watch Prey tomorrow,
yeah,
and then I have to start watching Stranger Things. Watch the end of season 1 and start watching season 2.
yeah.
Got a few things to watch. And I see Bodies is it's only in theaters right now for a few weeks before it comes on.
Before streaming.
Yeah, so I think it won't be available for a while.
Um, is there I know you watched Deadwood a while ago.
Yeah, I did. I enjoyed it quite a bit. A lot of
Did it?
got good characters and dialogue.
Yeah. Did the movie wrap it up, or did the movie kind of?
Kind of. It was like it kind of picked up where it left off, but it was like 10 or 12 years later. I don't know. It was
Yeah,
a little unsatisfying because
yeah,
it was kind of like it's I don't know, because the momentum was kind of killed. Momentum was done, and it kind of tries to pick it up. I mean, it did wrap things up
oh,
more or less, but
but by the
wasn't as
time you
satisfying as I was hoping to be.
yeah, because by the time they made it, the interest kind of.
Yeah. Well, just the momentum had kind of died off. It just didn't. The characters were older, and they didn't have the vitality that they had when they were younger. But how about you? How about you? What have you been watching?
Well, I watched a couple nights ago. I watched a Jean-Claude Van Damme flick involving
Oh, yeah,
the
right.
involving the Knights Templar and Charlton Heston. I mean, Jean-Claude Van Damme and Charlton Heston in a movie together is kind of
Yeah.
something you wouldn't expect to see. Even
No,
though,
and then I never even heard about it. So what? It must have just appeared and disappeared back
yeah,
when it came out.
it's from 2001, I think. Came out in
2001.
2001, and
Yeah.
until I seen like who directed it, I thought maybe it was like one of those crazy Jean-Claude Van Damme, Choi Hart movies, but it's
Yeah.
not. It's some other guy. Because I know they did a couple movies together that were kind of weird. Like
Yeah. So who directed it? Did you say?
Sheldon Leach, something like that. He's directed a lot of movies, but like action movies.
Oh, yeah.
But, and Brian Thompson is in it.
Oh, yeah, Brian Thompson. Yeah.
And he goes around in big like robes, and he's got a big beard,
sword or something.
like a cult leader. Yeah, he's got a sword too.
Yeah, I think I saw that in the trailer.
And Van Damme is sort of like cross between Indiana Jones and the guy from the Uncharted games. Like he's just his father like runs a museum, and he just goes around like finding artifacts. It's like kind of a weird thing for to see Van Damme doing. Like like finding hidden artifacts and doing spin kicks at the same time, and
doing the splits between.
Yeah. And I followed that up with a Chuck Norris movie where that was kind of similar, and that both of them took place in Israel, where Chuck Norris goes here to investigate a murder of somebody, and it involves like a demon that rips people's hearts out. That was killed by knights in the Middle Ages, and this demon needs some artifact kind of, and there's daggers in it, like the one Omen movie,
right?
Like only special daggers that can kill this demon.
Yeah, but definitely Omen influence.
Yeah, and the movie's directed by his brother, so there's no real flair to it. It looks kind of like an episode of Walker, Texas Ranger.
Right, like a TV movie or something.
And in the way it's written, it's almost like a parody, because Chuck Norris and his partner only talking like most basically like tough guy like dialogue, like let's play good cop, bad cop, like, and then they just shoot one-liners at each other all them, and it's very not funny, but funny because it's so embarrassing.
Yeah.
And there's like some obvious Chuck Norris stand-ins, like when he's doing the martial arts. Like, I don't know if he just wasn't there or didn't feel like doing some of the martial arts. So there's a guy with an obvious wig and fake beard on doing some of the kicks and stuff.
Oh yeah. And so, when was that movie made? What year was that? Do you remember?
1992, early 90s. It's like one of the last Canon movies, because it's got the Canon logo on it, and it's like, I think it's one of the last movies they did. It might have went right to video. I don't know. But
and what's the name of that? What's that one called?
Hellbound.
Hellbound, right? Okay.
And there's an actress in it that was in a bunch of horror movies back then. She only has a bit part in this one. Zoe Trilling. She was like in Second Night of the Demons movie and Dr. Giggles and just a bunch of like early 90s horror movies, and then she just kind of disappeared. And the demon guy's quite interesting looking. I don't know if they used any makeup on him or he just looks that odd in real life.
Just an odd looking guy? Yeah. What does the demon look like? Maybe we can see a picture of him somewhere.
He's a kind of a tall, balding dude with like really beady eyes. And he's got long like fingernails. And he, in the like the flashback scenes, like they had, or the beginning scenes of like in the Middle Ages, he's got weird like demon helper guys with, they're just dudes in robes with like rubber masks and big like monster hands.
Oh yeah.
And at the end of the movie, he gets like, I think he gets lit on fire and he turns into a demon, but you only see it really briefly, and it looks like a pretty good effect, but you really don't get to see much of it.
Right. I wonder who did the effects for that film.
Yeah, I don't know.
You look that up.
And it's like one of those movies that looks like maybe they filmed it like they got some kind of deal to film it in Israel or something.
In Israel, yeah.
I don't know who did the special effects. Oh yeah, it says here 1994.
It was 94. Yeah, it came out. Okay.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, well, I guess the same year as Pulp Fiction, but little different legacy for that one.
It's like Walk.
What was that? I didn't hear you.
Yeah.
No.
What's that?
Oh, I just didn't hear what you said.
The
something.
cast of Hellbound, which I don't know if he was filming at the same time. Half the cast of the movie was like from Walker, Texas Ranger. Like half the cast in the movie.
Right. So maybe they took the whole crew and cast from Walker, Texas Ranger and just went to Israel.
Yeah, that's kind of what it looked like. That's the last one that came maybe before they went bankrupt. Which may be a good thing, because if they made more movies like that.
Yeah, it seems like your audio is really like cutting in and out. So I wonder if I should stop this record.
I don't know. Yeah.
I could maybe stop this recording and start again.
Yeah, could try it. Yeah.
It sounds okay now, but before it's just like it was just kind of going.
Yeah.
Well, we can continue for a little longer. Maybe it sounds okay now.
Yeah.
But yeah, I could just stop this video at some point and then restart, give another link.
Yeah. Maybe some kind of interference or something.
Mm-hmm. It also could be our headphones. I know that
Yeah.
because I'm using wireless headphones, so it can put a strain on the kind of the internet connection, so it can slow things down. But I mean, it's good for no feedback, but it kind of wired headphones might be better. Like if you had the actual wire that you plugged in, it might work better. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, I looked up the special effects team for that movie, and it looks like they're from Israel just by the names.
Yeah,
I don't
Israel.
recognize anybody.
So just local special effects guys. Yeah. Huh.
It wasn't bad though.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
Yeah, what they showed of the demon was pretty good.
Was like he was in fire. They saw the demon in the fire, in the flames, kind of.
Yeah, like when after they light the bad guy on fire.
Yeah. Whenever I think of demons in fire, it reminds me of the Golden Child.
Oh yeah.
And the end demon in that was kind of in fire, and then he saw his true form.
Yeah.
I always thought Golden Child would be a good double feature with Big Trouble in Little China. Like both have kind of have that kind of faux Asian kind of mystical thing.
Yeah.
There.
Was that one actor in both of those movies? The older guy from.
Oh, maybe I think that's true, but I think he was in both. I forget his name.
Yeah, that would be a good.
The guy that played Egg Chen or something.
Yeah.
I
know Charles Dance was the demon guy, I think.
Yeah, it was.
I haven't seen that movie.
And they had a stop motion.
Yeah.
I had a bit of a crush on Charlotte.
Lewis, was it?
Lewis, her name. Yeah, back in the day. Yeah.
Me too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I used to watch that movie on HBO all the time.
Mm-hmm.
That was one of the ones they would play like in the afternoon all the time.
Mm-hmm.
I remember the dancing, was it a Coke can or Pepsi can or something
Right.
like that?
Yeah, some stop motion. There's a bit of stop motion in that movie, especially the demon at the end.
Yeah. Did ILM work on that movie?
Might have. The effects were pretty good.
Yeah.
Um,
I haven't seen that movie in so long.
oh yeah, I know. Same here. But I think I'm gonna stop this recording because we got about less than 10 minutes. I don't want it to go too long.
Oh,
So
yeah.
I'll stop it and then I'll put another link in Facebook and we can continue on to that point.
Okay.
Okay. So I'll just stop it right now.
Okay.
I'll just end it and I'll. Okay, yeah, we start recording again. So we're back for the second half.
Cool. Back. Yeah. After various commercial interruptions. So
yeah, we're just talking about Golden Child. I guess like I said, I thought it would be a good double feature with Big Trouble in Little China, and they both have that character that played Egg Shen.
Yeah.
But I always like those kind of mystical fantasy type things set in urban or modern day.
Yeah.
They kind of have a mixture of the old and the new. That's why I like Big Trouble in Little China. It was like the old world, the old kind of mystical world mixing with modern kind of sensibilities. You know, you have the wisecracking, either Eddie Murphy or
Kurt Russell.
This kind of having the wisecracking modern day hero, whatever, kind of face to face with this ancient mystical kind of legends and mythical creatures and things.
Yeah. I always liked that, like Big Trouble, like that all that was taking place alongside of like modern life. Like it was all underneath the city and on the fringes of the city, and some people actually knew about it, but mostly it was kind of a secret thing.
Right.
I think I haven't seen it yet, but that Shang-Chi movie kind of reminds me of that, because I think there's like maybe a monster at the end or a dragon or something.
Right.
But I haven't seen that movie yet.
No, same here. I'm not sure. Yeah, it's supposed to be pretty good though. But it has that one's definitely more martial arts all the way through. These other ones would kind of have martial arts as some characters would know it, but the main character would be a martial artist.
Yeah. Kurt Russell spends most of the Big Trouble knocked out or just sidelined.
Right.
I always liked the guy that played his sidekick. He was in Big Trouble. He was in Big Trouble, and he was in Prince of Darkness.
Right.
Too, but another John.
Yeah. I guess he was in a few John Carpenter.
Yeah, I think he was in 2 or 3 John Carpenter movies. And I remember he was on a TV show too. Some show about like a late night radio host with the guy from Office Space, Gary Cole.
Oh yeah.
He was his production manager or something.
Huh. What was the name of that show? It sounds kind of familiar, but
Night Caller or something like that.
Night Caller. And that was like the mid 80s.
Yeah, I think so. Mid to late 80s. It kind of reminded me of that.
I think I kind of remember that.
It was kind of like a riff on that Eric Bogosian movie.
Yeah.
Remember, was it Talk Radio?
Talk Radio, yeah.
Where he was like a controversial radio host. I mainly watched it because it was like, hey, that's a guy from Big Trouble in Little China. That's the main reason I watched it.
Yeah, Midnight Caller it was called.
That's what it was.
And it was an American drama that was in 1988 to 1991. talking about a talk radio. It aired on NBC from October 25th, 1988 to May 17th, 1991. So yeah, it's about a former police detective who quits the force after he accidentally shoots his partner, and then he becomes like the Nighthawk, becomes an overnight talk show host.
I don't remember if he solved crimes or anything. I guess so. It seems like one of those shows they probably would have aired like after Miami Vice had gone off the air.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it sounds like it was his radio show sign off comment was "Good night, America, wherever you are." Yeah, very cool. Yeah, when you said that, I think I remember just watching at least a few episodes.
Yeah, that's what I did. I think I watched just here or there.
Dennis Dunn was the was the character you're thinking of that was in Big Trouble in Little China.
I remember that show, and I remember there was what was the other show I used to watch? Hunter. Do you remember that
Hunter.
show?
Yeah, I remember Hunter. Yeah, it was pretty good.
Because on the weekend and Friday nights I had no life, so I was just home watching TV shows when I was a kid.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
like Miami Vice or Knight Rider. Vice.
Yeah, well, those are good shows for sure, classics.
Yeah. I was kind of upset in the Michael Mann movie that they didn't include the crazy backstory for Castillo's character that he had on the TV show that like involved him being like a government assassin and ninjas and.
All right.
Yeah, I remember there was an episode where like there's somebody was trying to kill him and they sent ninjas to get him.
Oh yeah. Maybe they didn't think that. Yeah.
Because I guess everything in the 80s had to have ninjas at some point.
Yeah, mid 80s. Sho Kosugi, whatever. I remember him.
Yeah.
But I guess the ninjas might have seemed, I don't know, not the tone they were going for when they're making because the movie was pretty serious.
Yeah.
Itself, and they probably didn't want to have ninjas in there or anything any goofy throwbacks to the 80s. But yeah.
I know towards the end of the Miami Vice's run, they were trying to spin-offs. There was one like I remember they had like a lot of episodes where Crockett and Tubbs were maybe not even on it barely, and they had like one episode where there's like a youth group like of cops. It was kind of like 21 Jump Street.
Oh yeah, trying to appeal to a younger audience or something.
Yeah, but none of them took off like that. They'd be in like one episode, and that would just be it.
They should have had one episode on Elvis of Crockett's alligator on a sailboat.
Yeah. Very special episode.
Yeah.
I'm surprised Stranger Things hasn't had any ninjas. I know watched
because of the 80s, yeah.
Yeah. I know I watched a preview of the beginning of the next episode, and there's like a gang of punks, like they rob a bank or something, and like one of them has special like powers like 11.
Oh right, yeah, I know what you mean, yeah. Kind of like a little that's like a subplot that kind of never really went anywhere. It kind of came up and then kind of disappeared later on. Yeah, I think there was a character called Callie or something like that. He was like one of the other power, like a teenager with power who's part of this kind of like a Yeah, kind of like a criminal gang or something like that.
Yeah, it's like the very.
They drive in a van or something, and they do pull up.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they all have like. There's a guy with a mohawk, and there's a
yeah,
couple other ones, and they all have like Halloween masks on, and they're escaping the cops.
yeah.
And then she uses her powers or something and make the cops think that the tunnel collapsed.
Right. She's like an illusionist, kind of like
Yeah.
yeah. There was a. I guess that was maybe their take on what do you call it? The class of 1980,
Oh yeah.
class 84 or something like that.
Yeah.
Like the youth is our future. Or this is our future.
Yeah, that movie. I remember when they used to play that on like regular TV. Nowadays they probably wouldn't, but when I was a kid they did.
Mm-hmm.
It's also notable for having Michael J. Fox in it.
Mm-hmm, yeah.
In the powers there on on Stranger Things also remind me of like a lot of Stephen King's Firestarter, which I'm sure they were based on.
Right.
Yeah. I think one character in there gets like the nosebleeds when they use their power.
I think that's pretty common. I think in a lot of anime too, the people with power. I think even in like Akira, maybe they had a bleeding nose or something.
Oh yeah.
I think so.
Yeah, there was
somebody. I think it's. I don't know if it happens in Scanners too, but I know there's definitely like a through line, like from Cronenberg movies to anime in Japan and then back, because I know that there's definitely a lot of the Thing influence in anime, as well as Scanners and I guess body horror in general and stuff like that.
I haven't seen Scanners in a long time, but I remember.
Yeah.
Wasn't that like caused by some kind of like was it a birth aid control thing or some kind of?
I can't remember that. Yeah, it might have been some sort of experiment they're doing. I'm not 100% sure, but yeah, I think
Firestarter.
Yeah, Firestarter.
That was like, I think
Scanners.
A lot like, yeah.
And also Dead Zone has a bit of that.
Oh yeah. Yeah, Dead Zone.
Well, especially the titles of Stranger Things remind me of the titles in Dead Zone. Like, you know, when the letters are coming out, and then they go from red to like they go to red to transparent. You can kind of see the background behind the titles. I think that's from Dead Zone. I think.
Yeah. Yeah, I had a feeling it was something Stephen King is where they got those titles from. Yeah, I think you're right about Dead Zone. And I never saw the show The Dead Zone. It seemed kind of it seemed kind of pointless. I mean, I think they told the story in the movie that you don't really need a TV show of.
Right. Yeah, I never really felt the urge to see the TV series. Who is the guy playing? It was
Anthony Michael Hall.
Yeah, Anthony Michael Hall. Yeah, that's what it was. Yeah. But I guess he solved crimes, or I don't know what it was, but I guess he made it to a weekly series thing.
I think there was still like the evil politician, like Michael Martin Sheen character, maybe.
Martin Sheen, yeah.
That he had to. He might have been the main series villain, maybe. I'm not sure.
Oh,
yeah. I know that show went on for quite a while, which seems kind of
a few years.
Weird. Yeah, that they could stretch it out that long. I think it was back in the 90s, maybe.
Yeah, I think it was in the 2000s. I should look that up.
Yeah, maybe 2000s.
Dead Zone TV series.
Have you ever seen the other Scanners movies?
No, I haven't actually. Not Scanner Cop or anything else.
Yeah, I think there were Scanners 2, 3, then 2 Scanner Cop movies.
Right.
I've never seen any of them.
No, I never really. I don't know. It looks like Dead Zone was on 2002, and it went on for six seasons. So.
Oh wow.
So that's quite a while. 2002 to 2008. So that's quite a long time.
Wow. Yeah, that is quite a while.
And it has it also had David Ogden Steers, the guy, one of the guys from MASH, or he plays a reverend in it or something.
Yeah, I think that was like one of those shows they used to have on USA Network all the time.
Mm-hmm. But I think the Dead Zone, I just saw this. It might be, like the movie might be getting a remake. Coming up, or at least there's talk of it. I don't know. Maybe it just says starring Michael J. White. What?
Really? It's an odd choice.
Yeah, he's like a martial arts guy.
Yeah. He's the guy that played Spawn.
Yeah. It's a Dead Zone trailer, 2022, Michael J. White. Sci-fi horror.
Weird.
Yeah. Maybe I'm
surprised nobody ever... There's a trailer, you say?
It could just be made up. I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
But it's on a Joe Blow horror site, so it
might be real.
But it might not have anything to do with other Dead Zone. True. Because it says the plot is to stop the collapse of humanity. An elite team of soldiers must descend on a radiation-poisoned town and perform the ultimate stealth mission using high-tech armor and weapons. So it doesn't really sound like anything to do with like Second Sight or anything.
Yeah,
it's just the same title. Yeah, weird. They wouldn't change the title though.
Yeah, I'm sure really surprised they've never made Scanner TV show, or at least a remake.
Oh yeah, a TV show of Scanners I could see actually being a good idea, because you could have the government conspiracy and you have like rival scanners who are fighting each other and have maybe a secret underground resistance, and I can see that being pretty good actually.
Yeah. Kind of like you could like kind of like the X-Men.
Yeah. You could have certain of the ones of them ganging up. Yeah, you think they would have made something like that. But maybe I don't know. I wonder who owns the rights to it, if it's Cronenberg still, or a film, or like a movie studio.
Yeah, that's a good question. Because they made like 4 sequels, and I don't think he was involved in any of them.
No, he probably sold the script or whatever to the rights to the whatever film company put them out. But yeah, you think they'd be making like a TV series out of that? That'd be pretty good.
Yeah, especially if you put it on like Netflix or HBO Max, something where you could have people's heads exploding.
Yeah, exactly. Have it like, let's see.
You could even make a tie-in. Michael Ironside is still alive. You could even have it be a sequel or something.
I guess. I just looked up here. It says there's a 2017 article on Deadline. It said David Cronenberg Scanners to become a TV series.
Huh.
So it sounds like they were planning on doing it, at least back 5 years ago, whatever it was.
Yeah.
Media Res and Braun Studios to adapt David Cronenberg film as TV series.
Maybe it fell through.
Yeah, it sounds like it did. In an a competitive situation, Michael Ellenberg's Media Res and Braun Studios have acquired the rights to David Cronenberg's classic 1981 sci-fi thriller Scanners to develop as a TV series. Ellenberg and Braun landed the rights in a bidding war with multiple film television studios, including Lionsgate, Paramount, and Skydance, vying for the title. So it sounded like they were like a bunch of people wanted it. So I guess it's a good idea, but for some reason it just never happened. Oh, I guess the rights used to belong to Weinstein Dimension Films.
Oh.
And they were gonna develop the title as a movie and a TV series. But that never happened, and I guess because of the Weinstein situation, that got all tangled up in legal rights.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, all this behind the scenes garbage.
Yeah,
interesting. Yeah, Michael Ironside's still around. It'd be good to see him as like a shadowy figure that comes out of the darkness, whatever.
The end of the movie kind of leaves it ambiguous because they kind of joined together, him and his brother. So you're not really sure if he's good or evil.
Right.
And when I remember at the end of the movie, they have that battle, with like his veins popping out and
veins
stuff
popping.
like that.
Yeah.
I always forget that Patrick McGowan is in that too. He's like I think he's the
professor
doctor that came up with the. Yeah. And I guess from what I read some interviews with Cronenberg, he was really hard to work with. Patrick McGowan, he was like, I think he was drunk and suicidal like during a lot of the filming.
Wow.
So he was really antagonistic with.
Yeah. Yipes. Yeah, that'd be hard to deal with.
Yeah. I do remember the local bookstore here back when the second movie came out. I'm not sure if it played in the theaters or went right to video, but there was a novelization of Scanners 2. And I read it, and that's about the only exposure I've had to the sequels. I read the novelization of it. I don't really remember what happened in it.
Do you still have the book? Do you know?
Yeah, it's
somewhere in a box somewhere.
In a closet somewhere.
Yeah,
in a box of books. And I remember the weird thing is, I think it was written by a doctor.
Oh yeah.
Which I'm not sure what he was a doctor of.
Yeah. Scanners 2 novelization. I'm looking it up. But that's interesting. So, like I say, you haven't seen it. I haven't seen any of the sequels either, but I remember them when they came out. Leon Whiteson, is that the name? Oh no, that's the first one. No, that's the first one, I think.
Oh, the first one?
Yeah, I think that was the first novel, a novel by Leon Whiteson.
I think
this one was by James Kimball. Does that sound familiar?
Yeah. Yeah.
The New Order by James Kimball.
Yeah.
Scanners 2, and then yeah, James Kimball. He said it sounds like an actual David Cronenberg character.
Yeah.
James Kimball. Or Janus Kimball or Janice Kimball.
Somebody put those out on Blu-ray. I'm not the Scanners 2 and 3. I'm not sure if it was Scream Factory or Vinegar Syndrome. I know Scanner Cop 1 and movies are on Vinegar Syndrome, but I don't know who put out Scanners 2 and 3 on Blu-ray.
Yeah, I'm sure they're out there somewhere. Yeah.
There might have been
interesting. What's that? I don't know what.
There might have been a Criterion of Scanners.
I'm really?
Not sure. Yeah, I have a really old DVD, but somehow I remember maybe Criterion did a Scanners Blu-ray.
Yeah, it's possible. Like I said, I haven't. Let's see, the Scanners 2, the New Order, and Scanners 3 are in a Blu-ray double feature by Scream Factory. And I think Criterion did do the Scanners original, at least on DVD.
Yeah.
Of a Criterion collection. No, I think they did a Blu-ray as well. It looks like a Blu-ray. Scanners Blu-ray. Yeah, it'd be interesting. It's an interesting title. Cover.
Yeah.
I actually find it hard to believe that you said, Patrick McGowan was so hard to work with when Cronenberg worked with Oliver Reed for The Brood.
Yeah.
I can't believe
I was just thinking about that movie. I was just going to mention The Brood. Yeah, Oliver Reed. I forgot he was in that until you mentioned that. That movie, that's a movie that you probably could remake just with some of the crazy like self-help ideas in that movie and how it
right.
leads to the crazy mutation. And those kids in The Brood were pretty
creepy. Yeah, pretty creepy. Freaky out, yeah. I don't know how they figured that out. I guess they had makeup or mask on or something.
Yeah.
They all had that same similar look to them.
Yeah. They all had those snowsuits on.
Yeah.
Yeah, Oliver Reed must have been something to work with too. I have this movie they did in 1981, maybe, called Venom. It's like Oliver Reed and Klaus Kinski.
I have the snake or something, is it?
Yeah. Yeah, they play these characters that they want to kidnap the son of, I'm not sure if he's some kind of rich corporate person or like or maybe a politician. And I think Oliver Reed is a chauffeur. And Klaus Kinski is supposed to be some like a terrorist. But originally it was a Tobe Hooper movie, and I'm not even sure if he filmed any of it, but he was kicked off the movie.
Who was he?
Tobe Hooper.
Oh, Tobe Hooper, yeah.
Yeah, and I think he was kicked off the movie. I'm not sure why, but somebody else took over. But from what I've heard, that it was really as difficult as you'd expect working with Oliver and Klaus Kinski in a movie together.
Yeah, who's crazier?
Yeah,
who's more unhinged? Yeah.
And I think the detective was played by the guy who played Merlin in Excalibur.
Oh yeah.
I think he played it. But that was another one of those movies that was on cable all the time. That was growing up, because there's not really any like gore or anything in it, so they could get away with playing it at like 2:00 in the afternoon. It was more if you were scared of snakes. It was
right. Yeah. Yeah. So, let's see here. I don't know how. Do you want to end the podcast pretty soon, or?
Yeah, if you're feeling.
We're doing okay. It's like 10:46. I just don't know. We don't have too much more time left. But
yeah, it's going pretty good.
Do we cover most of the things we wanted to talk about, or I guess you have quite a bit more we can talk about next time?
Yeah. Yeah, there's definitely. I mean, we talked about a lot of the stuff. We talked about most of the stuff. I'm pretty sure.
Well, that's good.
You'd want to call it a night, or?
Sure, I guess we could end it. We could just say tune in next week, whatever.
Yeah.
I'll see if I can edit this stuff together and make some sort of little show out of it. We'll see how that goes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, what we do really need is some sort of like logo or some sort of like cover image we can use to have something on to show.
Yeah.
Just like a show, like almost like a album cover or a VHS cover or something, just to have that on the YouTube channel that people will listen to it.
Yeah, I think that would be a good idea. To find some kind of art, maybe.
Yeah. Yeah, some cool art thing we could just put our names on or something, or the ketchup and mustard power hour or variety show or
Yeah.
something.
Well, I gotta go. Gotta feed the cat's bugging me. I gotta
Oh yeah,
feed the
okay.
cat.
Feed the cat. Okay. Well, that's a good way to end it. We'll say goodbye to the. I think things are ending right now, pretty entertaining. So it's a good time to stop. Okay. Well, we'll meet up again next week for another one. Then I guess.
Okay,
Sounds
cool.
good. Okay. Thanks. See you, Shane.
See you, Jeff. Thanks.
Okay. Okay. Bye-bye.
Bye.